So you graduated nursing school or about to. That's why you clicked on this video. So listen, today I am going to help you guys out. If you find that sometime during this video that I have been a help to you, please hit that like and subscribe button because you know it would help your girl out. So if you find that I've helped you out, hit that subscribe button at some point during this video. That sound in the background, if you hear it, it's because I'm getting my floors done, so please excuse it. Cause yeah, your girl is finally getting her floors done, thank God. So let's get into it. First of all, congrats on graduating, about to graduate, passing the NCLEX, whatever it is. That is a major step in itself. Nursing school is not easy. So I'm gonna help you out with some of those interview questions because you probably are like, what the heck am I going to say during this interview to make me get a job, especially as a new grad? So here are the 7 most frequently asked nursing interview questions and how to answer them, or how I would answer them, and which helped me how to get my first job. The number 1 is, why did you choose to become a nurse? Like, I can't tell you how many times this question is asked. And for this one, like, just be real with them. Be real. Why did you become a nurse? I always tell them my whole story of, you know, ever since I was a little girl and I wanted to, you know, I tell them everything because that just adds to your character and just tells them really why you want to be in this field. And usually it's a really good reason. So tell them everything. Number 2. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? So at first I did not know why people would ask this question, and now I get it, and this is how you answer it. So first of all, they ask this question because they want you to be with them for a long period of time. They want longevity in your employment. So they don't want to hear that you plan on being like somewhere else that is not with them in 5 years. Like, they don't want that. I made that mistake one time by telling them like, I want to be a midwife, I want to do this, do that, do that, do that, and they're like, oh well, we kind of want people to at least be with us for at least 2 years. So that kind of messed me up. So just make sure you say like something along the lines like, I plan on being in the same field of nursing, or just say it in a way that it's not that you're going to leave and you plan on only being there for 6 months or a year, because people want longevity in their employees. So that's a big thing that I would say a lot of new nurses definitely mess up on, is by not acting like, or not expressing that you're probably going to be there, hopefully, for quite a while. Okay, so number 4 is, why do you want to work at, and insert that organization. So why do you want to work at this hospital? Why do you want to work at this facility? And my biggest go-to for this is, and make sure you research your facility, whatever you're applying to, before you interview, because this is a good one. You'll say, oh well, I feel like my values fit with your hospital's values or whomever's values. And they usually have that on their website. It's usually like a, you know, they value like, it's like, I don't know, teamwork, nursing, blah blah blah. So I'll say that, and then because you don't want to get caught up if they ask you like, what are our values, or how does that correspond with your values. But for one of the hospitals that I really like wanted to work at, they're just one of the bigger hospitals in the area. So I was like, look, my values align with your values at your hospital, and I think that would be a really great fit because of so. And then I explained what part of those values that I found online, why that would fit with me. Number 5, describe a time you've had to deal with a difficult patient situation and explain how you resolved it. Now this could be anything, like anytime in nursing school. A lot of times in nursing school you'll probably find a situation. Anytime in work, like you can say that you dealt with a difficult patient, and you know, just tell that story. I dealt with a patient who was very difficult and was just very upset because of, he just got difficult news, so he was just not in a good mood, and I dealt with that by always providing compassionate care and trying to connect with this patient and blah blah blah, and go on in that route. That definitely helps for answering that type of question. And you just always want to seem genuine. You want to seem very genuine, because hopefully you give off who you are as a person, and that's what they like, that's what they want. They want to see that you're a compassionate person. They want to see that you're going to be a good fit for their unit. So you want to make sure that your answers correspond with that. So practice your answers ahead of time. Okay, so number 6, and this is one that was always difficult for me as well, and it was do you have any questions for us? The interviewer asks you, well, do you have any questions for us? This is usually at the end of the interview, and a lot of people usually don't ask questions, but I think that they like when you ask questions because you seem very interested. So what I do is I ask them things that correspond to their unit, like what's your nursing ratio, nurse to patient ratio, or what's your turnover rate for your patients, or how long do you like to keep your patients in the hospital? And that really kind of gets their mind going and makes them kind of think of, okay, well, what is our nurse to patient ratio, and is that something that we want to advertise? So that's a really good thing to ask them, I feel like, and I feel like it helps when you answer it with an actual question for them instead of just saying, oh no, I don't have any questions. So it makes you seem a little bit more interested. And then lastly, number 7, what are your strengths and weaknesses? This is always a difficult one as well, because you don't want to feel like you're gloating, you don't want to feel like you're, upping yourself, or you don't also want to feel like you're saying a weakness that is like gonna make them not hire you. First of all, sell yourself. Like, they want to know, what you're good at. They want to know what you feel like you're good at, or whatever the case is. So with your strengths, think of this beforehand, think of all this stuff beforehand, so that when you get there, you're like answering like boom 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 boom, you know it. It's like you don't have to think about it. And then for your weaknesses, I would say turn your weaknesses almost into a strength. A way you can say this is like, oh, like one of my weaknesses is that sometimes I'm overzealous with my work. I'm always willing to help others before helping myself. So that shows that you're always a team player. You're always, you're getting caught up because you're helping other people out. So that's a good thing to kind of say, because, or another one I feel like as a new nurse isn't bad to say is, what you need to work on is your time management, because honestly, new nurses, old nurses, everybody can work on time management. That's like something that's never gonna go away. Like time management, that can always be worked on. So I think that's another plus that you can use without kind of giving you a minus while you're telling them whatever weakness that you have. I think I skipped question number 2, so I'm gonna go back to that. So it is, how do you handle a difficult situation with a coworker? I feel like a lot of people ask this question, and usually like I'll go with always, like, I feel like the safe way is like always to follow the chain of command, or even just like, pull the coworker aside and talk to them politely about whatever the situation is. I feel like that's major. And then it would be, again, to follow the chain of command, so go to the nurse manager and then go up from there. But it's never like, don't ever answer as if you're reacting in any type of way, because they want a level-headed nurse or level-headed employee. So always answer in that type of way. So I hope this helps. I want this to be nice and quick to help you out, so please, like, practice in the mirror, practice talking about it, think about what you're gonna say during these interviews for these questions, and rehearse it so that you sound a wonder in that interview, so that you can nail that interview and get that first job. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, especially if you feel like I helped you at some point during this video, because I have more to come. So I wish you good luck, and good luck with the interview. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask, and I will see you soon.